It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Titans and the Broncos. And it comes your way next on Madden NFL 22.
And off we go from Denver. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Play action now. Walker.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And that might be Titan football. It is. So here comes the Titans offense. They'll start with great field position. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there,
on the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players and one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
Following the fumble recovery, Turner. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Back to throw again. Caught on the slant. Touchdown. Russell Gage hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Titans have taken a first quarter lead. The point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it ends with a Tennessee score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down.
Walker now. Harold Landry drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up fourth down.
The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point up and through, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Walker from the gun on 3rd down.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This defense for the Titans, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
To throw is Walker.
He completes this to Sutton. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A give to Williams, running right. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Walker.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Now a throw here to his running back. Room here to run. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 19. And now hang tight here. Following the play, still down on the ground, is A.J. Brown. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Second quarter now. Titans in possession of the football. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Point after, right down.
Makes the score Titans 21, Broncos 0. Matthew Riley sets the kickoff.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and set them down.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They give it to Williams, running right. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5. Now Walker. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Walker. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. John Franklin Myers able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to lose yardage here. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
Taking it about the 36. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out come the Titans now. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this one is incomplete.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go, let's go!
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
And now the football changes hands. They're going to take it.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry standing alone with a new NFL record 32nd touchdown.
And the Titans are able to add on to their first half lead.
The extra point up and good. And it is 28-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Throwing again on 2nd down. Walker fighting to stay upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
John Franklin Myers picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So we reach halftime here with a visiting time. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
This fielded right at the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play that time for the Titans.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. A 15-yard touchdown run.
And the Titans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Point after, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
55 rushing yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
A 1st down carry for Henry. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Running from the gun with Henry. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Pushes him over. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now a 1st carry for their fullback. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up a third down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Walker. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 33, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So that about as easy an interception as a linebacker's ever going to have.
Yeah, when we use the word easy for them, it never is, right? Because, let's face it, a lot of them aren't blessed with the greatest of hands, but the pressure here, it gets home and forces the ball to hang up in the air, and they come away with the pick.
Oh, he bowls over him. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
96 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season.
Derrick Henry. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
At the 2-yard line.
Everyone, 37's the mic. Mike 37. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Henry.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Titans are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth-quarter advantage.
Extra point right down the middle, and it is 42-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. It's too much to handle on the other side of this one.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Back to throw. Walker. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, wide open, complete. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that zero. To throw again on second down. Walker. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Broncos on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And he will have the Broncos first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. And Walker now to throw on first down.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
The kick by Bass is good.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again.
And really a lot of guys you could highlight on this offense with how well they've played, but he's one of them. He's been spectacular so far.
I'd say he'd be the number 1, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's not just the numbers. It's, as you said, I think you said focal point. Well, that's what he's been, and that means he's created other opportunities because they've had to bring the defense to him. Really well. He's caught it out of the backfield. They're trying to stop him. That means there are chances for the rest of the guys to do damage themselves.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
162 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 21.
First down, Tennessee.
Now a handoff to Henry.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that